Okay. As such, we all of you knows we have only 4 sessions for MCD-01. So it's that's why I'm asking you, all of you are just go through your course content. If you have any queries, we will discuss in the session, and as well as we having a 1 hour session on 25th of March. As such,
I'm Jayashree here. Sorry to interrupt. I have a doubt. In the practical, in practicals, ma'am, like there was an 8 activities. In that, the last 11th one was visit to Anganwadi. We visited Anganwadi one day, but the Anganwadi worker was saying, last page was like certification from the Anganwadi. So that Anganwadi worker said we will give only signature. We don't have seal whether it is recognizable without seal or we need seal, ma'am. Like from whom, like they said, we need to go to some supervisor and then you have to get
yes,
then like that they were
supervisor,
saying.
please give the stamp to you.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. With supervisor seal, we need to get certified by them, no?
Anganwadi supervisor. As such,
Okay.
every Anganwadi worker has or have their supervisor.
Yes, ma'am. On the day of our visit, there was no supervisor, only Anganwadi worker and the one
Yes.
helper.
On,
And
in a month, she came to the Anganwadi. Only one day.
okay, okay, ma'am.
You
On that
just
on that day, we can go and get a sign from them.
right, right.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Duties are compulsory to do it, or there is an option in that.
No, ma'am, it is written that we have to certify it with principal, ma'am. Like that, it's in a
Okay.
compulsory activity.
Okay. Any query regarding zero block 4? Any one of you go through that block 4? Because we have very few time, few classes. So as such, I want to skip block 4 because we already discussed about cognitive theory in detail. We discussed Piaget theory as well as discussed learning theories, operant conditioning, classical conditioning. We discussed in block 4. There is a comparative study of Vygotsky. I just want to skip that block. Is it okay with you? Is it okay with you all? As well as in block 4, we already discussed about the learning theory like operant condition well as uh, classical conditioning theory. In block 4, there is a social learning theories there, like how we learn through social interactions. We learn so many things from the society, right? Through our practical experiences. As such, we already discussed about that. We have total five developments. First is physical development, we discussed. Second is motor development, we discussed. And third is cognitive development, we discussed. Only two developments are left: social emotional development and language development. As well as we have only two sessions. So today I will start social and emotional development, right? Is it my screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is that social emotional development? Any one of you, social emotional development?
Maybe when a child starts to moving. Hello.
Anyone?
Maybe when the child starts to move out, when it develops to communicate with outside people, that is social communication. Um, the emotions, if somebody cries, it feels the same. When somebody is laughing, it feels the same. Oh, something is happening. It knows to react for the third person's reactions also.
Ma'am, social development in the sense like communicating with their peers, how they develop, how they interact with others, how confident they are with in like that, and the emotional development in the sense what are their feelings like happiness, sad, whatever it may be, how do they express, in what kind of way they express their feelings, like that.
Right. In the pre
Hello, are you there, ma'am?
Next is smiling. A initiates a social relationship. We smile when we wish to communicate warmth, acceptance, and recognition. Most people smile when communicating with the infant, even if she does not smile in return. Like a mother is always sing a lullabies due feeding while feeding as well as while giving bath to the baby, right? Smile of the caregiver become a signal for the infant to smile back, to express delight and to being cooing and babbling. Facial expression. Am I audible to everyone?
Now you're audible, ma'am.
Facial expression. Almost all adults and children, while interacting with the baby, exaggerate their facial expression. Sometimes they show mock surprise by raising the eyebrow, wrinkling the forehead, opening the mouth, and smiling widely.
Yesterday you do that.
The child learned to discriminate the various emotional expression and to understand when the adult is intending to maintain and or avoid a social interaction. Gazing. While talking to a person, we normally look at him or her. Looking away from the person may be a signal that we wish to terminate the contact. The eye to eye contact is the basis of all direct communication. Caregiver normally gaze at the infant while interacting with her and while taking care of her routine needs. Movements and rhymes. Movements and rhythms. When we play with an infant, we not shake our head from side to side or bring it forward. These head movements serve to maintain the attention of the infant. During a game of peekaboo with the baby, the mother hides her face behind her hand and then uncover it again. This is one of the all-time favorite infant games played by caregiver across cultures. Right? In, in every area, this kind of games or activities doing with student infant. Sensory abilities, like we already discussed in the last class, that reflexes is the same sensory abilities like gazing and crying, gazing and smiling, crying, cooing and babbling. Nobody teaches the infant. They just do, these things are inherent. A crying baby often become calm at the sound of the parent's voice, particularly the mother's, without even being picked up. Because in the last class I told you infant feel their mother sound, infant feel mother's present in the room, राइट अगर माँ सिर्फ रूम में भी है मदर तो बच्चा ऑटोमेटिकली चुप हो जाता है या इनफैक्ट काम हो जाता है अगर वो बहुत देर से रो भी रहा है तो अगर मदर की प्रेजेंस में बच्चा फिर भी इतना पैनिक नहीं करता है राइट द infant's visual skills also help her in social interaction by discriminating the different expression of the face the infant is acquiring the important skill of reading people. Through her interaction in the early months, she strengthened and developed this skill further and is able to respond the subtle cues, gazing and smiling, crying. The infant attract help and care. Crying brings the adult to her side more quickly than any other behavior. Depending upon what the caregiver thinks the child needs, she may feed her, change her dress, or pick her up. Right? When baby start crying, only then mother feel that okay baby needs me. Baby needs baby feel hungry or maybe feel wet. Next is cooing and babbling. What is that? In language development, we will discuss that cooing and babbling. At the age of 3 month, 2.5 or 3 month age, infants start doing cooing, like vowel sound. He just producing vowel sound. E. Now, there is no sense or there is no particular word he's speaking on that time, right? He just starts cooing. Infant begin to coo and babble. The interaction between her and the people increase dramatically. When the baby imitates sound, it makes adults around her want to play with her and their dialogue become more varied. Imitation. Around 1 year of age, infant also imitates certain other behavior. They may copy blinking of the eyes, certain rocking movements of the baby or other gesture. When the infant mimics or copies an action, the adult produces more behavior that the infant can imitate. That the child is prepared from birth onward for relating to people. Communicating with people gives the infant chance to practice and refine social skills. Learning to relate, development of attachment towards their father, forming more relationship because mother is the first caregiver. Next, who is the person in the family? Who is the next social person in the family, right? Who more interact with the baby? Father, or maybe other relatives like bua, chachi, grandparents, even sibling. From the first time the mother holds the baby and gaze at her, communication begin between the two. In fact, it is believed that an initial bond may be formed between them in the first few hours after birth. It is generally recommended that the baby be given to the mother immediately after birth. Subsequently, during the caregiver activities of feeding, bathing, and putting the baby to sleep, their relationship strengthen. Those similar interaction every day and affectional bond called the attachment from between them. Attachment is an emotional bond between two people, and this case refer to the bond between the mother and the infant. Next is attachment to the father. Emotional relationships we in the generally the mother is the most important person in the infant's life. But what about the father? The father has an equally important role to play. He is just as capable of caring for the baby as the mother. He can be just as nurturing, responsive, and sensitive. If the father interacts with the baby right from birth and spend time playing with her, looking after her, the baby develops strong emotional bond with the father as well. But due to in Indian society, most families, the first caregiver is mother, right? If father is the first caregiver, so definitely the same bond infant shows with father, right, students? Forming more relationship. After this first strong bond with one or two persons, the baby gradually forms more relationships. By the end of the first year, she forms emotional bond with other people in the family such as grandparents, sister, brother, aunts and uncles. All those persons who play an important role in caring of her. If their children around, those a few years older than the infant will get along with her much better. Students, may I ask you a question? All of you, are you busy on Saturday, Sunday, or you can we schedule a class on Saturday, Sunday?
I'm okay with
That is
this one.
okay for me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Sunday is not okay for me, ma'am. Saturday is okay.
Okay.
Oh, ma'am, Sunday and Saturday, like we have a different class. Like we are going to art and some dance class. So I don't know.
Okay. As such, I'm not feeling well right now. I don't know why it's happened. Learning. Next is learning to
Okay, ma'am,
trust.
it's okay. We can have Saturday and Sunday.
No, no. I just want to discuss first. Can I mute myself for a while?
Okay, ma'am.
I just
Yes,
want
ma'am.
to.
Okay, ma'am.
Students, can I leave? I just informed to the ignore.